The Woman 1000 cartoon system is 1000 mnemonic images of cartoon women, and each person is intended to represent a dictionary word. So if you're trying to memorize a particular word, you think of the matching cartoon person and you memorize that cartoon person instead. Um, this has taken quite a long time to do because I used AI to join the heads to the bodies. And in doing so, the AI became a bit creative. So I'm slowly going through and correcting what were originally correct bodies, um, and correcting them to be the correct outfit. Because the color of the outfit, the choice of top and the choice of bottom, um, match to the 3-digit number. So person number 8 is wearing top zero, no, is color 0, which is black for the outfit. Top 0, which is this kind of tank top with um, high, with no sort of collar neck, just high up to the neck. And then this type of trousers or shorts in this case, I'll just open the person up. So the type of shorts has this turned up aspect and it occurs around the knees. And the idea is that hopefully I can remember the number of each person better by considering the outfit that they're wearing. Black is a 0, this top is a 0, and these shorts are an 8. So it's person 008. Um, so I'm going to open up this file so that it's big, and I'm just going to go through the first 100 of the women to give you an idea of how the system looks. I've uploaded each of the images to the Woman 1000 article at the memorybloke.com website. The colours of some of the facial features are for a reason. Apart from creating variety, I've got a rule that a particular skin colour plus the choice of whether to use one palette of colours or another palette of colours um, lets me deduce a pi digit that person represents. It's covered in the article. I won't go into it here, except to say that black, red, and yellow in the eyebrows would have one effect, whereas a colour like this orange or a blue or a grey would be another interpretation. So although there are less than 10 skin colours, skin colour plus choice of colour for something like an eyebrow helps me to know which pi digit is being represented. Also, facial feature to colour in. So it could be an eyebrow, or it could be that the person's got a scar on their cheek, that sort of thing. Facial feature, there are 10 of those, and there are 10 types of eye, 10 types of nose, and 10 types of mouth. And with an anti-logarithm table, you get 4 digits. So you could look up a number between, let's say, 1 and 100, and you'd be able to find 4 digits in that table. So I'm using the facial feature, the eye, the nose, and the mouth that match up to the 4 10 choice numbers that you would get at the anti-logarithm table. And that's explained in the article as well. Sometimes a person has a hat, mainly they just have a particular hairstyle. Whether it's a hat or a hairstyle, it's part of a hair system I've got of 52 choices of hairstyle or hat. And I represent each letter of the alphabet. So you've got 26 letters in the alphabet. And I've got two choices as to how to represent a letter. And that leads to me having 26 plus 26 equals 52 hairstyles. And having two choices means that these cartoon people have a lot more variety than if there had just been 26 hairstyles. And then the hairstyle has a colour fill. So even if someone's wearing, say, a baseball cap, there'll be hair beneath it. And the choice of colour for the hair relates to a colour system where I've got over 26 colours, where each colour means a letter. So you could look at a hairstyle and then consider its colour. And because the hairstyle is a letter and because the colour is a letter, it's giving you two letters. And that relates to a shorthand system I made years ago. A shorthand system I made years ago where I tried to take a lot of common English words or words which I thought were quite important at the time and try to fit them into a set of 1,000 words. So it's not all the words you need to speak a language. 1,000 is nowhere near enough, but it's a lot of useful words for someone learning a language. They would be within the 3,000, 2,000 set of words that someone would be interested in learning. And I gave each of them a short code, which would be a letter and a digit, or a letter and a letter, or two letters followed by a single digit. And in the case of there being two letters or two letters and a digit, the hairstyle and the hairstyle color are those two letters. So if the shorthand code is two letters and a digit, you're not getting the full story from the hairstyle, but you are getting quite a lot of the shorthand code as a reminder of what the shorthand code should be for the vocabulary word that the woman cartoon person is representing. If the shorthand code is a letter and a digit, then the color of the hair can be interpreted as a digit from 0 to 9. And the colors article of the memorybloke.com website does list the colors, and it lists either letters or digits that correspond with colors. The skin colors I chose a long time ago for a different reason. At the time, there was a way of working out the day of the week by using maths. So someone could tell you a date 100 years ago, and you could do a bit of maths and work out what day of the week, Sunday, Monday, etc., that date fell on. And part of that maths was to know for a particular year of a century a, a number to use in the calculation. And there were 7 choices. So I developed the idea that skin color of a cartoon person could represent one of those 7 numbers for the 100-year period of a century. So you'd choose something like 1953 or 1853, and because it's 53, you'd then have to somehow know what the maths number is. It is you have to use for a 1953 year. And I've continued to use those skin colours as hair colours in the Person 100 system, which is another article on the website. And those 100 people are a way to obtain the number that is used as an offset in the calendar maths.